Hello, everyone. This is episode number 158 of At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, Daniel Travis.
Yes, so why don't we just hop right into it and run through the topics?
Per usual, number one.
AEW files another trademark for another show. I am getting a sense of deja vu.
Number two.
Number two is our potential opponents for Goldberg's retirement match.
Number three.
The results of WWE Crown Jewel 2024.
Yep.
And with that said, since this is an even episode, that means I start off. So, AEW has filed another
Trademark
for another show. From what I've read, it's called Parade of Champions or something. And to me, that seems like something that would be a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Sounds...
It sounds like their version of Night of Champions, if I'm being fully transparent.
To be honest, I know they have something called Battle of the Belts, but this seems more like...
That could be... Battle of the Belts is like their Clash of Champions.
Yeah, true. But to be honest with you, like, I'm getting sick of time. Like, bruh, stop getting a new show because you have so much goddamn rosters.
Oh, by the way, just so you don't need to worry.
Yay! But anyway, I mean, like, my honest thoughts is like, okay, I hope that this is the name for a pay-per-view, not another new show, because AEW has way too many of those shit.
Yeah. Plus, Parade of Champions doesn't really sound like something you would watch on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that sound. I agree with you. That does sound
now,
more
I'm
like.
not saying there aren't people out there that are big enough AEW marks that would watch that on a weekly basis. I'm just saying it just doesn't sound like something that would happen on a weekly basis.
No, because that would be a weird name for a show in general. For just a
yeah, you just imagine like Excalibur or someone saying, "Hello and welcome to another episode of AEW Parade of Champions."
Like AEW Shockwave. That sounds like a name for a TV show.
And it probably is gonna be.
Parade? That just seems like a pay-per-view
Sorry.
Yeah, this sounds like a Mardi Gras or like or some shit that, you know. Hell, if that doesn't happen in New Orleans, they're missing out on an opportunity.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen in New Orleans.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, if it's not a pay-per-view, and I'm saying pay-per-view to differentiate from WWE.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. My opinion is, like, basically, is that, like, dude, if you guys don't have this be a pay-per-view and you have this be, like, another weekly show, I'm just gonna be like, really?
Or, here's the thing, maybe it's like a blood and guts thing and it's a TV special.
Yeah. That's
because
true.
Keep in mind, Blood and Guts was originally supposed to be a pay-per-view, but then the pandemic hit the world like the apocalypse, so they changed Blood and Guts to a TV special.
Yeah. True. Blood and Guts is definitely, I could totally see it being a TV special as well. Totally.
Yeah, like, we can't rule it out. But for the sake of this, let's argue that it's a pay-per-view. Just because that's what makes the most sense to me. Like, I don't see something called Parade of Champions being on network television.
Yeah, I see that being like a pay-per-view that they have at some point next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like their January pay-per-view or something. I don't even know if they have a January pay-per-view because it doesn't happen on a monthly basis.
Eh, that is true. They don't really have like, but anyway,
They
to
don't
get
have a pay-per-view calendar.
yeah. Anyway, my honest thoughts is if this is a TV special, cool, great. But my thought is this: if you do have this be a TV special, don't just have like one champion match for the entire thing. Have like 4 or 5 championship matches.
Yeah, because you can't have the word champions in a name and not have champions involved.
Yes, like if this is a TV special and your thing is called Parade of Champions, have like have like the AEW World Championship, the TNT title, the Continental title, um, the tag team titles. Have those be the championship matches. Don't just have like, yeah, we just got the TNT title. That's about it.
Yeah. And if it's a pay-per-view, just have it be your Night of Champions or a Clash of the Champions or heck, even NXT Gold Rush. Just
Yeah,
have it be about the championship.
yeah.
And
Have
don't
like
like introduce another championship because that you already have too much.
don't call it the Parade of Championships.
Uh, don't don't give him ideas.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
But I'm just like, dude, if you're gonna like, my point, alright, before I say my final thoughts, I'm gonna say this, is that if this is a TV special, have more than one championship match, but if this is a pay-per-view, have the entire card from the opening match or the kickoff matches to the main event be nothing but championship matches. Hell, do the smart thing. Include the title from Ring of Honor.
Yeah, since AEW owns two wrestling companies and honestly probably should let Ring of Honor go independent again.
Yeah. Alright. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, do we care about this? No, we've made our stance on AEW very clear.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that in like I feel like this is like the second week in like the over the course of 3 weeks or so, maybe. I don't know. That we've talked about AEW filing a trademark for something.
Yeah.
And like we're not gonna watch this, so if they wanna do that, whatever they wanna do with it, that's fine. We don't care.
My final thoughts is if this is a TV special, great. Just don't have, make us actually give a shit about those for people that actually watch it. Don't just have like 2 or 3 championship matches. And if this is a pay per view, include Ring of Honor. Don't just leave, don't just have like AEW out, but include all the titles that you have if this is a pay per view.
Yeah, and is that the end of your final thoughts?
That's it. Now we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be right back with topic number 2.
Hello everyone, and we are back with topic number 2, potential final matches for the icon Goldberg, because apparently he's getting his rightful retirement match.
Man, 2025 really is the year for retirements, isn't it?
Yes, you had a whole year dedicated to John Cena and one match dedicated to Goldberg, which is like, hey, at least those guys are going out on their own terms.
Yeah, and I feel like both of them are gonna go out on their backs because they're old school like that.
Yeah, now, regarding focus on Goldberg for a second, if I were the first guy that I could think of for a match with Goldberg is Gunther.
The ring general.
And my
See, I'm
reason,
thinking more of a young buck like Braun Breaker,
yeah,
who, let's say, is probably the next Goldberg.
yeah, great. My reason for Gunther, I was going to explain my reason, is because you've already planted the seeds for something at Bad Blood. You might as well capitalize on that. You can't just build up to that and not capitalize on that.
Well, you also realize Bad Blood was in Atlanta, so he was kind of making a guest appearance as
Yeah,
a former Bulldog.
yeah, and a falcon also. Anyway, not important.
Yeah,
But
I know Falcon.
yeah, but that's just my thought. Like, if that was the planting the seeds of a match, cool. But another person, I agree. Braun Breaker. Hell, dude, you want to make okay? Here's a fucking idea. You want to, this is random, but also brilliant. You want to make Braun Breaker a monster heel, have him retire John Cena and Goldberg.
Yeah, and also like Braun Breaker would make sense because Braun Breaker's dad and uncle were in WCW with Goldberg, so there's like that type of history.
Yeah. Another young up and comer that Goldberg could go out and I honestly think have a good match with what else? What about a match with John Cena? What about those two having a match? I don't think they've wrestled each other.
So you want Goldberg to wrestle his final match, also be the final match John Cena has against Goldberg?
That'd be fun. I mean, hey, it's just an idea.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be really accurate, but also really weird at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be weird. Isn't the right word. Meta is a little more the right word.
Also true. Yeah.
Or redundant, one of the two.
What? Who else do you see besides Goldberg, besides Gunther and Braun Breaker? Who else you got?
Aside from that, I'm trying to think of like younger guys because like
Bronson
some of
Reed.
the veterans like they don't need to fight Gunther.
Bronson. What about Bronson Reed?
Yeah.
You already built.
That would be a hoss fight, and you know that.
Yeah, you like you're already building Bronson Reed up as a monster. What better way for what better way for him to establish himself if Goldberg, loses than than Bronson Reed to destroy Goldberg.
Yeah, especially with how people feel about Goldberg these days, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But I don't really think Goldberg gives a damn.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, besides those two, I mean, I don't know, I could see, we've already had a match with Roman Reigns. What about like Jacob Fatu?
I got a weird one that I'm hesitant if it would work or not.
Just say it.
The Nigerian giant, Omos, who, keep in mind, has like disappeared off WWE television since MVP got released.
Also true. Another guy that he could maybe have a match with is Cody.
Yeah, Cody. Again, bringing in some of that WCW history since Dusty Rhodes was in WCW.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Those are like the main. Hey. Oh. Obafemi.
Yeah. We gotta think of like some of the NXT guys.
I mean, honestly, the first guy that pops into my mind is Obafemi because just like think about this for a quick second. I think Obafemi, since his NXT debut, when you really think about it, has only suffered 2 losses
Dang.
and balloons for some reason.
I don't know how to explain what just happened.
Funny. Yeah.
Maybe like your audio thought you said celebrate instead of suffered.
Anyway, but yeah, my final thoughts like yeah, Almost. The only other person from NXT that I could think of is maybe like you know, oh, you want someone to debut, right? What about Hikuleo?
Oh God.
You talk about a statement. You debut
Yeah,
and you would,
plus like with how savage Hikuleo's brothers are, that would be a mauling.
yeah. Those are my thoughts. All right. As for my final thoughts are, give me like either Gunther, Bronson Reed, um, Gunther, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Obafemi. Those are like the big names, or Cody Rhodes. Those are the names that I could honestly think of would be a good way to send Goldberg out because yeah, sure, I don't care if Goldberg loses, great, but it's nice that I just want to say this. It's nice that Goldberg is gonna go out on his own terms because I think the only reason he's getting this retirement match is because I think that was promised to him under Vince.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
As for my final thoughts, like my big three for being Goldberg's retirement match are like Braun Breaker, Gunther, and Bronson Reed. Obafemi coming in at like a number 4. But this being Goldberg's final match, like, I feel like that's putting the nail in the coffin of WCW. Like, he was one of their top guys with an over 100-day undefeated streak.
Yeah. I mean, Sting retired. That literally would be the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, Ric Flair retired.
Yeah, twice.
Let's face it, more than twice.
3 times. Yeah, but all right, yeah. Uh, we'll be.
I just want to say that
Yeah.
whoever is Goldberg's final opponent,
Then
do it justice. We don't want a repeat of that god awful match he had a few years ago against Brock Lesnar, where it was just spear,
no,
jackhammer, one,
I,
two,
I
three,
I think that's the wrong match you're talking about. I think you meant the one where he had the one with Undertaker. That one.
or
That one.
that.
That mostly that one because that one had more botches.
Why why are these things popping up on your camera?
I don't know. We'll be back with topic 3.
Yeah, we'll be back with the third and final topic. And we are back with the third and final topic. The results of WWE Crown Jewel 2024. I'm keeping that take of saying it because even though I had a frog in my throat, that sounded really cool.
Yes.
As a reminder, the loser had to watch the Thanksgiving horror movie, and for those who know me, I hate horror.
Good movie.
Unless it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Good movie if you like gore.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go in order that we predicted, starting off with what I'm pretty sure was the main event for the men's Crown Jewel Championship. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, takes on the Ring General Gunther.
Cody wins, lol.
Yeah, but the match was, I will say, it was okay.
I mean, well, it's a Gunther match. There's not really. Gunther doesn't have bad matches.
Yeah.
But also, you know what's crazy when you think about it? Cody Rhodes is like the only wrestler to pin Roman Reigns and Gunther in the same year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cody Rhodes wins. Yeah, whoopie-doo. Next.
Anyways, that gave me a point because I picked the American Nightmare, obviously. Anyways, the next match we predicted was for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. And for the record, people, they are not going to be announced as the match champion. Those championships are staying in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Anyways, it is the Irresistible Force, Nia Jax, versus Liv Morgan.
Liv won, surprisingly.
Yeah, I was legitimately surprised. But then again, she had like the entire Judgment Day help her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that gave Daniel a point and made us tied. This will all be reflected in the actual video for the podcast when I put the score keep on the screen. The next match was Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed.
The match was good. I mean, like, I thought the match was good. I thought the wrong participant won that match, honestly.
Shocker, because Seth Rollins won.
But I also think that this rivalry between Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins is not over.
Which is probably why Seth Rollins won.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, Seth Rollins beat Bronson Reed, giving
With the
me
super
2
stomp.
points. Yeah, giving me 2 points. The next match that we predicted never got started officially.
Not at all.
Yeah, so we
Skip.
predicted Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens.
No,
That
skip.
match never got started. The bell never rang.
Skip. Moving on.
Yeah, and I also want to mention we actually accidentally forgot a match.
Yeah, we forgot the women's tag team title. Well, whatever. Moving on.
Yeah. The next match we predicted was for the United States Championship. It was the megastar LA Knight, versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes.
Great match.
Yeah, great match. But it's like 3 great workers in one ring. What could go wrong?
Yeah. But I will say, the match was good, but the finish was creative as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
LA Knight retained. Yeah.
Giving me 3 points. And now the final match we predicted,
The match
the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline.
The match that actually started off the show.
Yeah. It was a really decent match.
Yeah, really good, really solid, really good. But the shocking thing,
No debut of Hikuleo, unfortunately.
but the shocking part is Roman Reigns took a pin.
From Solo Sikoa?
What? But the interesting part is what happens after the match.
I legitimately think Sammy kicking Roman was an accident.
Yeah,
He was, and like you can tell it was because when he hugged Solo, he hit him with an exploder suplex. He is not on Solo's side. Solo dodged and pulled Roman into the line of fire.
yeah, I will say the interesting thing about this is, did anyone else notice that when the match was over, that it sort of replicated Cody Rhodes losing at WrestleMania
Yeah,
31?
so like Roman's got to finish his story now.
Just thought that was kind of a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, New Bloodline won. Which was
Giving Daniel 2 points.
yeah,
But seriously, I'm disappointed there was no Hikuleo debut.
that's probably coming soon with War Games around the corner.
We'll see on SmackDown.
Yep.
Anyways, if y'all were keeping track, I won this one. I won like the last 2 ones. Now, Travis, I know you already watched it, but if you hadn't already watched Thanksgiving, would you use your get out punishment free card for this?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the right
I,
one.
yeah, I was gonna say, judging by the way you said it, I'm guessing you have a certain pay-per-view you're waiting sorry, that you're waiting to use it for.
Yeah. But
But you're
yeah,
also not gonna tell us because you're a little crap like that.
also, I'm not going to be like John Cena, be like, hey, everybody, I'm going to tell you when I'm going to cash in.
Yeah, anyways, that is all the topics. We'll see you next week with pop culture.
See ya.
Because we've done like 2 wrestling weeks in a row.
We got to
We
switch.
need to try something mindless.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.